Hey YouTube, what's up? How is everybody doing today? I hope your days are going good, and your lives are going even better than that. We are going to be jumping into some King 810. If you've never heard this band, artist, or group, whatever the hell you want to call them, they are a mixture of rap and metal, basically. Not like new metal, but like they're like proper spitting facts, but like it's done with like really heavy metal beats behind it. So it's like, I saw like a live version of them playing at Bloodstock and things like that, so I'm not quite sure where to classify them, but as you know, I love some rap and I love metal, man, so the mix between the two is kind of cool. Not like the Limp Bizkit-esque bullshit that's really shit, but like, this is actually very well done, so we're going to go into the Trauma model. I might pause it, I might not, depending on if I want to break it down a little bit, but either way, we're just going to jump into it.
The trauma model. People who have no defined genetic abnormality, all within a range of normal, and something's come in from the environment to hurt them. Now, it could be a bullet, could be a car, could be a virus or bacteria. Blows from the environment that throw them out of balance.
Sits alone and listens to his mother cry about how she wants to die because she cannot provide, and her children sleep together because it's so cold outside, and she don't know that he hears her, but she keeps him up all night. And his sisters will be mothers like her, and his brothers absent fathers like theirs. He'll grow up to shoot some men, so in turn he'll get shot back. My bullet wounds start to ache, I predict rain, and that's
So what we're seeing is an understandable reaction to trauma from the environment. Psychological, social, emotional trauma. In the town, crime in the neighborhood, and then we've got to...
Before we go into the next verse, man, like, the way that they speak about their lives is just so real, you know what I mean? There's no bullshit, you can just tell that that's literally what he's been through. If you've listened to a lot of their music, you understand that he grew up in a very rough place in Flint, wherever, I think it's Michigan? I don't know, I'm English obviously, so I have no idea where things are in America, but I grew up in a place where it was just, they were poor, they were so poor they could barely afford to eat, and things like that was just totally insane. And like, obviously, like, growing up, they'll turn into mothers like exactly like their mothers were, and their fathers will turn into fathers like they were also. Mostly from either getting shot or killed, or from trying to leave the place, or just having children when they didn't want them and being shit fathers or parents, or for many other reasons I can imagine, man, but still.
Start looking at your overall body, mind, soul, spirit, health.
A child laid alone, couldn't sleep, she tossed and turned, fidgety and finicky, like the skin she wasn't burned. And her father had to teach her what a mother only should, and it took her further than any college degree could. What the boy liked the most was the way she never let it show. And since he found her body, he just sits out on the coast, all alone with the ocean's bones, skipping stones with her ghost. And that's
Your mother died 3 years ago. You had a very complicated relationship with her.
that's
She knew that the sexual abuse by your dad was going on. She didn't do anything about it. Dad left when you were 12 because he had a new girlfriend. And so you had a lot of resentment at mom. She was the only parent who stuck around. But then she had 2 abusive stepdads who came into the picture.
It's the motherfucking boogeyman. I drop to my knees and pray that I can change my ways. I've been watching people die since I was a boy. My own life don't even matter to me. Imagine how I feel about yours. Growing up just means a game where 2 kids fight over a weapon and the loser's slain. You best be man enough to squeeze the gun right in his heart, cause his head won't always get it done.
Before we even go into the chorus, literally, I drop to my knees and pray that I can change my ways. I've been watching people die since I was a boy. My own life don't even matter to me. Imagine how I feel about yours. That's so fucking powerful. That is such a crazy statement, man. If you're just seeing people constantly getting slaughtered around you, people just like not making it to adulthood, people just literally getting fucked up and torn apart for no literal reason. And it's like growing up just means a game where two kids fight over a weapon and the loser is slain. That's how it is in so many streets, man. Especially in America, where guns are readily available, where kids want to join gangs, kids want to do other shit, and they're forced into bloodshed just because that's the only way they can survive. Maybe they don't have a home, maybe they don't have anything in their lives that can really do anything. They just have to survive off the street, steal to eat, do all kinds of crazy bullshit, which is insane in this modern age, but that's just the truth for a lot of people, you know. And literally, to end it, of course, you best be man enough to squeeze the gun right in his heart, because his head won't always get it done. It's true. Not always true. Like, generally, if you shoot somebody in the head, they're gonna die, but I guess not always. I wouldn't know, obviously, so.
Be man enough to squeeze the gun right in his heart, cause his head won't always get it done.
The alternate paradigm that I subscribe to is called the trauma model. People who have no defined genetic abnormality, something's come in from the environment to hurt them.
I love King 810, man. They're just so real. I love that it's not quite metal, it's not quite rap. It's not like most rap tries to be fancy, if you know what I mean. Rap tries to do double, triple entendres to sound fancy and everything that they're saying. But King 810 just keep it real. And they go very simply, they go straight to the point. It doesn't even need to be broken down in any kind of degree, it's just there in your face if you listen to it. The thing that I hated about the lyrics on the screen was that the little voices in the choruses you didn't have on the screen, like, you know, the little voices going around you. Well, that's about it, man. It was a pretty good lyric video, besides that, man, but I just love the whole message with the band. They're just, like, completely real. They just talk about what they've been through, and they talk about what people do go through in this day and age, and it's sad in a lot of ways, but also it's good to get yourself out there, to get yourself known. I imagine in that environment, even getting out alive, even making it to adulthood is a struggle. And obviously I've listened to a lot of King 810 in my time. I've listened to a lot of their music and I just enjoy it. It speaks to me, you know. I grew up in a rough area, nothing compares to what these guys grew up in, man, but I grew up around drugs and prostitution and people trying to steal from you to get money for drugs and all other kinds of crazy bullshit. But that's just where we happen to grow up, you know what I mean? That's just how shit goes. And we grow up in that sense, and it changes us and it makes us into who we are now. And if we can get out of where we were. Thankfully in England it's nowhere near as violent as it can be in America and other places where guns are completely legal. And it's very easy to get yourself shut down by anybody, including the police. But yeah, man, this was awesome. I fucking love them lyrically. Like, their music, I wouldn't say it's like metal, I would just say it's just like an atmosphere about it, like how you could hear him trudging around or like digging a grave or like, you know, that kind of sound. It just adds to the whole effect of the whole group and it just works so very well. I hope you guys enjoyed, man. This is a mix of things, it's just amazing. And it just speaks to you if you're in the right mood for it. Have a wonderful day, evening or night. And I will catch you guys in the very next video. Until then, have an amazing day. Take it easy.